Flowing through the heart of Africa, the Nile River has not only carved its path across the land, but has also shaped the destinies of countless generations. In its shadow, a diverse and ancient group of peoples have flourished, known for their deep connection to the land, their resilience, and their vibrant cultures. They are the Nilotes, the descendants of the mighty Nile. Stretching across the heart of Africa, from the highlands of Ethiopia to the savannas of South Sudan, and across Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania, the Nilotic peoples have built their societies in some of the continent's most challenging and breathtaking landscapes. Through their history, the Nilotes have thrived, adapting to and reshaping the environments they call home. The Nilotic people's journey begins in the ancient Nile Valley, where their ancestors first started to migrate thousands of years ago. The original Nilotic-speaking groups emerged from the Upper Nile region, a fertile crescent that nurtured early civilizations in what is now southern Sudan and northern Uganda. Over time, they spread out across East Africa, carrying their languages, cultures, and customs with them. The migrations of the Nilotes were not driven by mere chance, but by necessity, pushed by the changing climate, political upheavals, and the quest for fertile land. From the banks of the Nile, they branched out into three distinct groups: the Western Nilotes, the Eastern Nilotes, and the Southern Nilotes, each developing unique ways of life while still maintaining connections to their shared ancestry. The Western Nilotes, such as the Dinka, Nuer, and Shilluk, settled along the banks of the White Nile and across the vast plains of South Sudan and western Uganda. The Eastern Nilotes, including the Maasai, Karamojong, and the Turkana, found their place in the semi-arid regions of Kenya, Uganda, and northern Tanzania. Finally, the Southern Nilotes, like the Kalenjin, Datuga, and the Toposa, created their homes in the Rift Valley and other highland regions of Kenya and Tanzania. These migrations established the foundation for some of Africa's most well-known and enduring cultures. Central to the identity of the Nilotic peoples is their language. Across the vast landscapes of East Africa, Nilotic languages bind together communities, reflecting the shared heritage of these peoples. The Nilo-Saharan language family, to which Nilotic languages belong, is one of the oldest and most complex linguistic families in the world. The Nilotic languages can be categorized into three major branches: Western, Eastern, and Southern Nilotic. The Western Nilotic languages, spoken by the Dinka, Nuer, Luo, and Shilluk, are tonal and have a variety of dialects that vary widely across regions. These languages carry with them not only the history of migration, but also the folklore, philosophies, and societal rules that define the community. Eastern Nilotic languages, including those of the Maasai, Turkana, and Karamojong, are known for their intricate systems of affixes, complex verbal structures, and use of distinctive sounds. The Southern Nilotic languages, such as those spoken by the Kalenjin and Datuga, emphasize deep vowel harmony and consonant clustering, echoing the sounds of their highland homelands. In all these languages, the spoken word holds immense power, as each story passed down from generation to generation is a key to understanding not just the past, but the very soul of Nilotic identity. The Nilotic peoples are renowned for their distinctive physical attributes, which set them apart from other ethnic groups around the world. Their physical characteristics are an adaptation to their environment, shaped by thousands of years of evolution in the East African savanna and highlands. The Dinka, one of the tallest peoples on Earth, are renowned for their height, with some individuals reaching up to 6 feet 6 inches or taller. Their tall, lean build is believed to be an adaptation to the hot and arid climate of South Sudan, where height may help with heat dissipation. Their facial features, including sharp cheekbones and long, slender limbs, further contribute to their striking appearance. The Maasai, too, are known for their height and graceful athleticism, characteristics that are seen in their iconic warrior culture. Their bodies are often slim but muscular, a reflection of their active, nomadic lifestyle. Their skin, typically a deep shade of brown, is toughened by the harsh sun and constant exposure to the elements. Maasai women are often seen with elaborate beadwork, which is not just ornamental, but symbolizes their status and role within the community. The Kalenjin, perhaps best known for their success in long-distance running, possess a physical form perfectly suited to endurance. With long, slender legs and lean bodies, their physique allows them to cover great distances with ease. Their natural athleticism, combined with their unique combination of body type and discipline, has made them a dominant force in global athletics. Across Nilotic groups, facial features such as wide-set eyes, high cheekbones, and full lips are often considered symbols of beauty and strength. The Nuer and Shilluk, in particular, have a cultural practice of scarification, where patterns are carved into the skin, marking key life events or status changes. These marks are considered a form of beauty and honor, and they are highly regarded within their communities. Cattle are more than just livestock to the Nilotic peoples. They are symbols of life itself, wealth, power, and spiritual significance. Across Nilotic societies, cattle are central to everything, from the economy to the social structure and even spiritual beliefs. For the Dinka, Nuer, and other Nilotic pastoralists, cattle form the backbone of the family. The number of cattle a person owns directly correlates to their wealth and status within the community. Cattle are used for milk, meat, hides, and even their dung, which is used to fertilize crops and build homes. The significance of cattle goes beyond their material value. They are involved in nearly every cultural and religious practice. Among the Maasai, cattle form an essential part of marriage negotiations. A bride price is often paid in cattle, with families negotiating the number based on the young woman's status and family wealth. Cattle are also sacrificed in sacred ceremonies, making them integral to the Maasai's relationship with the divine. The Nilotic people's economies are built around their strong connection to the land and the resources it provides. While pastoralism remains the dominant form of livelihood, other Nilotic groups also engage in farming and fishing, creating a balanced and diverse economic system that sustains their communities. For the Luo, fishing has been an essential aspect of life for centuries. Living along the shores of Lake Victoria, they use traditional methods such as nets, traps, and spears to catch tilapia, which is their primary source of food and income. The fishing industry has played a vital role in the Luo's development, providing not only sustenance but also trade goods that fuel their local economies. Among the Dinka and Nuer, pastoralism is the lifeblood of their economy. Cattle are not only a source of food, but also a form of wealth and currency. Cattle are exchanged in marriage negotiations, used in religious rituals, and even serve as a measure of a person's social status. Livestock are the center of Nilotic trade, and herding is considered a noble pursuit, often passed down through generations. The Kalenjin, while traditionally pastoralists, also engage in agriculture. They cultivate crops like maize, millet, and beans, and their expertise in farming has helped sustain their communities through periods of drought. In addition to farming, the Kalenjin are known for their prowess as long-distance runners, with many athletes from this group reaching the global stage. Their lifestyle emphasizes both physical endurance and adaptability, blending traditional practices with modern advancements. The Nilotic peoples have developed intricate systems of social organization, where respect for elders, communal living, and shared responsibilities define their societies. Many Nilotic groups are structured into clans or age sets, groups of individuals who share a similar age and undergo common initiation rituals. Initiation is a central theme across Nilotic cultures. Among the Maasai, boys undergo circumcision in a public ceremony that marks their transition into adulthood. The ceremony is a rite of passage that signifies the responsibilities and obligations of being a full-fledged member of the community. For the Dinka and Nuer, facial scarification and other initiation rituals similarly mark the transition into adulthood. Elders are revered in Nilotic societies, and it is they who impart wisdom, resolve conflicts, and guide the community. Their role as keepers of history is essential in preserving the cultural identity of the Nilotic peoples. Oral traditions, passed down through generations, serve as a way of not only remembering history, but also imparting moral lessons and maintaining societal harmony. Spirituality is the heart of Nilotic life, and it permeates every facet of their existence. Across the Nilotic peoples, there is a deep belief in the power of the divine to shape and influence the world. Whether through the worship of sky gods, ancestors, or spirits of nature, the Nilotes view the world as an interconnected web where every element, human, animal, and nature, is linked to the divine. For the Maasai, their supreme deity is Enkai, a god who controls fertility, rain, and the well-being of cattle. Enkai's favor is crucial to the Maasai people, as their cattle are the source of sustenance and wealth. Prayers, offerings, and even rain dances are performed to honor him and seek his blessings. This is not just a ritual, but a way of life, showing gratitude to the forces that govern the seasons and ensuring that the community remains in harmony with the earth. The Dinka worship Nilotic, the sky god, who is believed to rule over rain, fertility, and justice. In times of drought or need, the Dinka will offer sacrifices and perform rain-making ceremonies to call upon Nilotic for help. These ceremonies, often led by spiritual leaders, involve prayers, dances, and the sacrifice of livestock. The Dinka believe that the god's presence is most powerfully felt in the natural world, especially around sacred rivers, mountains, and forests. The Shilluk people, while following a more centralized leadership structure, also deeply revere their ancestors. Their king, or Reth, is considered both a political and spiritual leader. The Shilluk believe that their ancestors' spirits continue to guide them, and rituals to honor them are held regularly. Ancestor veneration plays an essential role in maintaining the community's sense of identity and continuity. Whether through elaborate rain dances or simple prayers whispered at dawn, the Nilotic people's spirituality is about more than just rituals. It's a powerful way to foster a sense of unity with the land, the animals, and the divine. It's through their spiritual beliefs that the Nilotes understand the cycles of life, death, and renewal that define their existence. In the diverse societies of the Nilotic peoples, political organization has developed uniquely across different groups. Their political structures often hinge on traditional forms of leadership, heavily relying on elders and communal decision-making processes. This decentralized form of governance contrasts with the more hierarchical political systems seen in many other parts of the world. Among groups like the Dinka and Nuer, power is often shared between clan leaders and elders rather than being concentrated in a single ruler or family. These societies operate on a consensus model, where every elder has a voice in decision-making, ensuring that the interests of the community are respected. This system of leadership reflects a profound respect for the wisdom of older generations and fosters unity and social cohesion. However, some Nilotic groups, such as the Shilluk and the Anuak, follow a more centralized system, with kings and chiefs who possess both political and spiritual authority. In these societies, the king is seen as the embodiment of divine will, often believed to be chosen by the gods to rule and maintain harmony. The Shilluk, for example, have a monarch whose rule is legitimized by the spiritual power he holds, making him a figure of reverence and authority. Historically, Nilotic societies have experienced conflicts, often sparked by the competition for resources like land and cattle, which are central to their livelihoods. Cattle raiding, once considered a rite of passage and a means of wealth acquisition, has been a significant part of the Nilotic social fabric. However, it also leads to long-standing disputes and wars between clans and neighboring tribes. Despite the frequent conflicts, Nilotic peoples have also developed sophisticated peacemaking mechanisms. For example, the Nuer, with their complex social structures, conduct reconciliation ceremonies in which elders mediate disputes, often involving the exchange of cattle to restore peace. These ceremonies are rooted in a deep cultural understanding of balance, justice, and community harmony, showcasing the Nilotic people's commitment to resolving conflicts through traditional, non-violent means. Today, Nilotic peoples face numerous challenges: climate change, political instability, and the pressure of modernity. As urbanization increases, many Nilotic youth are leaving their pastoral homes to seek education and work in cities. The introduction of technology and the global economy is reshaping Nilotic societies in ways that would have been unimaginable a generation ago. However, the Nilotic peoples also continue to make their mark on the world. The Kalenjin, for example, have dominated long-distance running, while political leaders like John Garang have shaped the trajectory of South Sudan's modern political landscape. Despite the challenges, Nilotic societies remain resilient, embracing both their traditions and their place in a rapidly changing world. The Nilotic peoples have journeyed through millennia, from the ancient banks of the Nile to the plains of East Africa, maintaining a rich cultural heritage. Their resilience, adaptability, and connection to the land ensure that the story of the Nilotes is far from over. It continues to evolve and shape the future of Africa. Thank you for joining me on this journey of African history, philosophy, and mythology. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos on African history, philosophy, and mythology.